inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the New Orleans Saints. Season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
Well, as they say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. And some momentum off the opening kickoff.
In his 7th season now, here's Alvin Kamara. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Again, it's Kamara. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
11, 59.
Back to the air. Stafford on second down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Juwan Johnson from 10 yards out. And the Saints are on the board here first in the season opener. A point after, good by Grupe.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. For the first time in 2022, here's Tony Pollard.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Now Jackson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Third down and 13. Now Lamar changing the look.
Third and long, they'll look to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construct.
This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Saints. Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdown passes in this first quarter.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Here's Grupe for the PAT.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
To throw is Stafford. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Saints are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Grupe able to add the PAT.
And it's now 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
Through the middle of the field. He may go.
Touchdown, Titans. Tony Pollard, 88 yards.
And the Titans get a bit closer.
A try here for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, There's no way they can stop us.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Now it's Stafford. This one deep for Wilson. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown! 4th touchdown pass in the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Saints take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up. I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Here comes 3rd down at 7. Now it's Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, for the Titans in 2023, they figure to be a team that battles for a division title. At least that's what it looks like from my vantage point, Charles. What do you think needs to go right for them to win the AFC South?
I think some retooling, especially on the offensive side of the ball. And when you start with the offensive line, their pride and joy, they've got to rebuild that part of the team because that's the engine that makes their offense run. Everything comes off the fact that their offensive line usually controls the line of scrimmage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
Well, they gave the 60-yarder a try, didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense has it at midfield. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Back to throw, Stafford. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone, throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Stafford looks to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here we go with Kamara. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. They go play action with Jackson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Taking it right down Broadway. Now he's free to midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson eluding the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Bryan Bresee in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm...
This is caught inside the 15. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 58 yards. Stafford. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the connection. but not enough. 4th down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
DC, ready?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick six, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that end up watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves,
oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossen. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Jackson Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Looking downfield for Pollard. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Play action. Stafford under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kenneth Murray gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Throwing is Stafford. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now 3rd down and very long. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Demario Davis there on the stop.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. That one's taken in by Spears. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. is going to be incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. To throw is Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. Well, the decision there, 4th and goal. They go for it, but this ball intercepted in the end zone.
Hey, how about some applause for the stand by this defense? Just to force them into a 4th and goal situation was one thing, but then to get the interception, keep them off the scoreboard, that's a job very well done.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 there, and a New Orleans first down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, New Orleans. Matthew Stafford does it again. 5 touchdown passes. And the Saints are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. The point after, good by Grupe. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. How about this? They'll change it at the line. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Monday. Hey, 22.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. That is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
On 2nd down, Kamara. Down right around the 25. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Here's Blake Grupe now for the Saints field goal. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
So after the field goal, back out is Grupe to send this one away. This is Jakeem Grant. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
And, oh, my goodness, here's a fifth interception. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. After the interception, here's Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
We're up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On second down, here's Jackson. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long.
Looking downfield for Pollard.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson.
That'll be complete to Okonkwo.
But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
2nd and 10.
Hey, middle.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
It's now 3rd down.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Titans never in doubt, and that will extend their lead even further. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Jackson now. He finds his man, Pollard, through the middle of the field. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They go play action now. Jackson flush to his right. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. 72 yards rushing for him now to this point. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Coming left is Kamara. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. The city always a little extra